Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be, across the nation or around the world. My name is Shane Squark, and on behalf of SFX.com Small Business Solutions, I am excited to be back with you guys once again. It's been quite a while since we did one of these videos, but I guess amidst all the chaos that's been going on and all the abundance of free time you guys have now, I figured there was no more time, more apropos. Over the next or the course of the next couple of weeks, I'm really hoping to try to hit on some objectives on how to kind of empower you guys to really leverage this time and take advantage of it. You know, for a lot of people, this is the first time you're working at home. You probably have an abundance of free time if you're not juggling with kids and other chaoses around the house. And so I think it's a good opportunity for you to kind of capitalize on that and really take advantage of it. I think ultimately we could be seeing a big shift in the way the workplaces will end up turning out after this whole thing is kind of blown over and we get back to some sense of normalcy. So take advantage of it now. If you're a small business owner, don't fray. And I know you're probably suffering some big blows to your typical income, but use this time and use it effectively and kind of position yourself to be ready to take off when all the sanctions and restrictions are lifted and you can kind of get back to normal. So one of the things I wanted to kind of capitalize on today, and again, this will be an ongoing series over the next couple of weeks, so I'll try to hit on a couple different points. But for today, I wanted to talk about remote meetings. It's obviously been something new to a lot of people. Some of you used it previously, and now a lot of you are starting to run your businesses off it. And this kind of goes with just from a presentation standpoint or just regular meeting standpoint in general. Some efficiency tips, and we're going to be covering this throughout the entire week this week in some different blog posts that we're going to be posting up this week, some written by our team here, some shared from other sources that we find pretty reputable, different memes and different imagery you'll see on our social media accounts as well. Probably first and foremost though, if you're going to be running a lot of online meetings or taking a lot of meetings, number one thing you could possibly do is really just invest in a good headset. I can't tell you how many times I've been on a call and somebody's trying to use the little cheesy mic that's in the top of their laptop or their desktop computer, and it just has a massive echo or it's breaking up and you really can't hear a damn thing. So spend the 20, 30 bucks on Amazon. There's plenty of great headsets out there, wired or wireless. Wired obviously is a little more dependable. You don't have a lot of interference going on with that, but there are some quality wireless headsets out there that you can probably get for a few extra bucks from there, but 20 to 30 bucks on Amazon. Things are a little slower shipping these days, and that's only going to get worse. So if you do need one and you find that you're doing a lot of online meetings, definitely invest in that now. The next kind of point that I want to bring up is really in terms of efficiency. A lot of what we do with SFX is trying to teach businesses how to optimize their time and be more efficient. And that comes down to meetings too. When you're going to be diving into a lot of these meetings, this is going to be the first time people are talking to one another in quite some time. And especially if they're video meetings, people are going to get excited to see your face. They haven't seen you at work and whatnot. People are kind of quarantined and locked down in their houses, so they're getting a little antsy. But your time is valuable, and you have a lot to do as does everyone else. So try to be assertive. If you're not on video, attendees don't necessarily see your body language, and so they're not necessarily going to know when to speak. They're not going to know when to shut up either. So try to take command of your calls. When you're trying to make a suggestion or a statement, try to address somebody on the call specifically, especially if it's a multi-person call. So if I'm on a call with, John and Jane, and I talk about something from a marketing standpoint or a marketing plan, I'll specifically address John. Hey, John, what do you think about point A? Jane, what do you think about point C and D? The more structure you add to the calls, the quicker they'll go and the less you'll get off topic. Kind of building on that, try to keep your calls short and sweet. And the best way to actually do that I found is try to schedule them at the quarter hour. So instead of saying we're going to take a call at 9 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., try to go for 9:15 or 9:45. What this does is it creates this mental thought that when people are looking at the clock in the midst of the call, that they've been on the call longer than they actually have. If you schedule a call at 9:45 and all of a sudden it's 9:55, even though you've only been on the call for about 10 minutes, your mind is going to think that, oh man, this call started at 9:30. I got to be off by 10. I don't want to spend another 30 minutes on this call. It's not always going to be super effective, but you will notice that your calls will be a lot quicker and a lot more concise if you kind of follow that recommendation. Most people have no problem with it. They're just happy to get on and off the calls. And if you couple that with your assertion in trying to steer the call, I can promise you these things will be over 1, 2, 3. Again, I know you want to talk to people. You haven't been out in the public and being able to kind of interact with the people for a while, but for the sake of efficiency and kind of getting through your day without wanting to rip your hair out, certainly try to do that. And kind of finally, having that plan in place. You always laugh at the people that put together these agendas and mail them out before a call. I'm not necessarily saying you have to do that, but maybe jot some notes down. I'm doing it right now as I present this to you guys. I have a couple bullet points that I want to hit, and I'm trying to go through it. It's going to help you guys from straying off, especially if you combine it with that assertiveness we were talking about before, but just staying on topic, hammering out the points you need to hammer out, point to the people that you want to talk to or speak to the people you want to talk to, and get your points across clearly and concisely. Make these calls as short and sweet as possible so you can focus on your work. Again, this is a really good opportunity for a lot of people, and I think a lot of businesses that have been shy to embrace that remote work and that telecommuting type role. I think if you guys go out there and you kind of kill it as an employee, you may see these opportunities arise a little bit better. I think that's good for worker health. It's going to create a sense of comfort for people. You can get a lot done when you're not constantly being nagged or pulled away from different distractions. And there's a lot of value to it. It opens up a whole new world of new opportunities for you too in terms of your career path. And for small businesses as well, you got a lot to get done. You got to really think about how to restructure your business and kind of pivot a little bit to embrace some of these technologies. There's some really great tools out there. Some of the favorites we posted last week in a blog post, you can find over at s-fx.com. My favorite that we use for webinar presentations, we're actually presenting in webcasts, is called ClickMeeting. That's www.clickmeeting.com. Do them every week, Wednesdays and Thursdays for other clients, but those are more for presentation types. So if it's one person too many, big audience, 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, that's where ClickMeeting is really sufficient and really kind of prosperous. Another great tool that I think has been popular in the media is Zoom. That's zoom.us. And that I find is a little better for more one-on-one conversations or small group calls and conferences where you're going to get multiple people kind of speaking back and forth together. Free to sign up. I think you get 40 or 45 minutes for the call if there's more than 3 presenters, which if you follow our advice should be more than sufficient for you guys to kind of execute a nice quick meeting. But definitely check it out. There's the regulars out there called GoToMeeting or WebEx. All super powerful tools. Those two, GoTo and WebEx, are a little on the pricier side and maybe a little bit more for small business to kind of take on right now, but great for enterprise solutions. Definitely check them out. If you have any questions or need any help, we are indeed offering free consulting to small businesses, to nonprofits, to educational institutions. We're here to help. We're not going to bill you to just kind of teach you some of these platforms and get you on them. I can't promise I'm going to sit there and hold your hand through every platform or every event you're going to host or every meeting you're going to host. But we'll certainly do our best to kind of get you guys situated and up on there. Again, no cost for the consultation. Please reach out with all technology questions. We're happy to help. In the coming weeks, some of the other topics I think we're going to end up talking about is kind of using this time for some e-learning. I think that's really important to me, and I think that should be important to all of you guys as well. You're going to watch a lot of Netflix, I think, over the course of the next couple of days and weeks, and hopefully not much longer than that. But rather than watching some silly zany documentaries, maybe it's time to put some new skills to the test and learn some new things. And we're going to talk about some other business opportunities that you can do and kind of refining your business and figuring out ways to kind of hit the floor running once this all kind of passes by. But hope you guys learned a little bit something today. Again, I hope to kind of keep these going as frequently as possible, time permitting. And if you have any questions, again, www.s-fx.com, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, or email at shane@s-fx.com. Happy to answer, happy to take your calls, and look forward to talking to you guys soon.
If you want to help your business grow, SFX